This week, we're back and rolling with the first episodes of the Season 1 Reimagine and the Season 1 Listen Along. And I've found enough success that scammers are trying to steal me and my work. How flattering. All that and more, but first, a message to our heroes. Hey everyone, if you're hearing this quick message, you're in the public version of TABTA. Right now in the Heroes of Edera version, I am chatting with them, thanking them for supporting the series and help keep the lights on while we're so small, and sharing little songs and stories and behind-the-scenes stuff. So if you guys want access to that and to support the series, help keep the lights on while we're still a small little shop, you can check us out on patreon.com/7th Valkyrie, that's 7THVALKYRIE, and learn more. Anyway, on into the show. Hey everyone, and welcome to TABTA, the adventure behind the adventure for the 7th Valkyrie, where we watch one series go from total obscurity to maybe 7 seasons in a movie. Or maybe we just find the power of friendship along the way. I'm your host, Colin Sharp, creator and current voice of the 7th Valkyrie, and it's great to have you listening. First, let's just talk about what's coming up in 7th V content on Wednesday. The first episode of Season 1's Reimagining will drop for the public, bringing updated effects and magic and artistry to the prologue of that season. We don't have anything this Friday. Next Friday, you'll have the Season 1 listen along of the whole episode of the prologue. Season 1 came out a little bit differently, so the episodes come out a little differently, and it's going to affect just how the listen along works. But you can keep an ear out for a new listen along breaking down the full prologue, not this Friday, but next Friday. As always, a week from today, we'll come back with TABTA, and yeah, that's what you guys got coming up this week if you're a public listener. And again, heroes, you guys have got all of that ahead of schedule, and you can listen to the full batch of the Season 1 listen-alongs and reimaginings right now, at least the ones that are already completed. As for what's going on with 7th V, production, business, creation, wrote a few more chunks of chapters, but the big thing this week was getting a few scam attempts that were trying to make me pay them to give them exclusivity and promote my IP for theoretical screen possibilities and exposure. And I will tell you, with the benefit of large language models and AI, scamming has gotten a whole lot more intense. Like Scam GPT was answering questions semi-well, name-dropping Sony, all the while completely avoiding sharing any verifying information. And man, like the promises they were throwing at me, guys, like they're like, oh, thousands of dollars for initial rights, blah. Anyway, I actually dug through the first few phases because this was a new scam to me, and I wanted to kind of stress test it, see how it went in case in the future I got similar ones. And also partially out of a curiosity that maybe there was an incredibly poorly written person who's super lazy, and genuinely wants to make 7th Valkyrie into a screen show. But it's just not to be yet. I'm still, like I said, I'm flattered that we've reached the point of success where I'm on scammers' radar that are trying to take advantage of me. I'm kind of, it's like, ooh, it's kind of a compliment. As for what's going on with me, I could use some compliments. Been working hard in the background to get my various businesses moving in the right direction, chasing down payment from clients, trying to get into the rhythm. But I did have one shining spot. I got to go diving yesterday. I saw like a dozen sharks, rays, so many fish, moray eels, tiger eels. I got to swim in clouds of fish. Just a wonderful time. If you guys ever dive in Costa Rica, honestly, if you dive in one of the world's diving hotspots, there are actually places way better than Costa Rica, you will understand my love for the ocean, and you will understand the On the Weathered Shore chapter. And I also watched Sinners, finally. Sorry, that was a little loud. I will have to talk to you guys more about that film because it was just breathtaking. The amount of juice that they had in it was incredible. But for now, I actually wanted to get into a question that I had. And this week we had one from L'Expeditionnaire, a French friend of mine, who asked very pointedly, how would the main characters of 7th Valkyrie feel about the things going on in the US right now? And that's I was like, are you sure? I was like, okay, like I told you guys I would answer questions, and so this is how I think the characters would respond. Val would have a really hard time understanding the intricacies of representative government, but he would get really, really mad watching innocent people get attacked or killed, and might do something drastic. BC would respond by getting really high a lot of the time to deal with all the intense feelings, but when push came to shove, if anybody came to her community, she would fucking kill him. Krona would just see all of this as like the innate chaos of humanity and find a way to benefit himself from it, because that's what Krona does. And Cyrus's gift with communicating with people in their own language and mannerisms would actually have the potential to make a real unifying difference if he wasn't being chased by the fire of the world's ending and everybody else who's trying to kill him. So spicy question, but hopefully some honest answers. Hope you guys are okay with L'Expeditionnaire. They're just built different in Paris. Anyway, if you guys have got a question for me that you'd like to hear answered, leave a comment and I'll check before next week. In the meantime, stay tuned for upcoming releases. And I'll be sending you guys lots of love. Ciao.